The world woke up to breaking news. Brave pioneer leaves, Cebu, green shipping era, begins. Across news channels, the story flashed. Cameras zoomed in on the gleaming hull as the Brave Pioneer, the Philippines' first methanol-powered vessel, pulled away from the dock. Reporters jostled for position as the ship's horn echoed over the water. The crowd cheered, waving flags and banners, knowing history was unfolding. This was not just another ship's maiden voyage, it was a statement, a bold move by the Philippines, a nation known for supplying sailors but rarely for building ships that set global standards. As the Brave Pioneer sailed past the breakwater, social media erupted. "Game changer," wrote one analyst. "The Philippines is now on the world map of innovation," tweeted another. The moment was electric, the symbolism was hard to miss. For decades, the Philippines was famous for its seafarers, not its shipyards. Today, that changed. The Brave Pioneer, built by Filipino hands, designed with cutting-edge technology, was about to prove its worth on the open sea. Would it deliver on its promise? The world was watching. The journey ahead was filled with hope and risk. Every eye, from Tokyo to Rotterdam, was fixed on this single ship. The stakes were high, but so was the sense of pride. In one dramatic morning, the Philippines had announced its arrival as a serious player in global shipping. Why does one ship matter so much? The Brave Pioneer is not just steel and engines, it is a symbol of change in the world's most vital industry, shipping. Every year, billions of tons of goods cross the oceans. Ships burn fuel, emit pollution, and shape economies. But the world is changing. Climate change demands cleaner, smarter ships. The Brave Pioneer represents a turning point. It is among the first commercial vessels in Asia to use methanol, a cleaner fuel. The world's shipping giants are desperate for solutions. They want ships that pollute less, run efficiently, and are built by skilled teams. This single ship is a test case. If it succeeds, hundreds more will follow. Industry leaders are watching closely. They want to see if Filipino engineers can deliver not just once, but consistently. The Brave Pioneer's journey is a signal to investors, shipping companies, and governments. Can the Philippines move from manpower supplier to technology powerhouse? The answer could change the future of trade. This is why the world cares. The Brave Pioneer's voyage is a live demonstration. It is proof, or warning, of what the next decade in shipping might look like. Success will mean cleaner oceans, new jobs, and a new spot for the Philippines on the global stage. At the center of the Brave Pioneer's story is methanol. This is not just another fuel. Methanol burns cleaner than oil, cutting emissions that warm the planet. But using methanol is not easy. It demands advanced engines, new safety systems, and flawless engineering. Few shipyards in the world have mastered it. Filipino engineers stepped up to the challenge. Building a methanol-powered ship means rethinking every part of the vessel. Tanks must be redesigned, engines must be smarter, crews must be retrained. The Brave Pioneer is a result of years of study, testing, and teamwork. Filipino shipbuilders worked side by side with European experts, sharing knowledge and pushing boundaries. The technology is hard to copy. Methanol engines must run at precise temperatures. Fuel lines need special materials to prevent leaks. Every weld, every bolt, must be perfect. This is where Filipino expertise shine. Their attention to detail and commitment to safety impressed even the toughest inspectors. The Brave Pioneer is more than a ship. It is a floating laboratory. Every day at sea, its systems send data back to engineers in Cebu. They watch, learn, and improve. This feedback loop is what makes Filipino innovation stand out. The Brave Pioneer is not just green, it is smart, precise, and built for the future. Cargill is a giant in global trade. When they chose to build the Brave Pioneer in the Philippines, the world took notice. Why not China or Korea, where massive shipyards churn out vessels by the dozen? Cargill's answer was clear. They wanted innovation, quality, and a partner willing to push limits. The decision was a gamble. Cargill needed a ship that could meet tough new rules on pollution. They wanted a partner who could deliver precision, not just speed. Filipino shipyards offered something special. A blend of skilled labor, creative engineering, and a hunger to prove themselves. Cargill saw an opportunity, and took it. This partnership was about more than contracts. Cargill brought in experts, shared best practices, and invested in training. Filipino teams responded with hard work and new ideas. Together, they solved problems no one had faced before. The Brave Pioneer is a symbol of this trust. If the ship succeeds, Cargill stands to gain a new edge in green shipping. But the stakes are just as high for the Philippines. This is a chance to prove that Filipino builders can meet and exceed global standards. The world's shipping giants are watching, ready to follow Cargill's lead. The Brave Pioneer's voyage is not just a celebration, it is a test. Every day at sea, engineers monitor its engines, emissions, and performance. Every report is scrutinized by experts from Manila to London. If the ship performs perfectly, it opens doors to new contracts, investments, and jobs. But if it fails, doubts will spread quickly. You know, the shipping industry is conservative. mistakes are costly. A single failure can set back an entire country's ambitions. This is why the brave pioneer's journey is so important. It is the first of its kind, but it cannot be the last. Success will mean a wave of new orders for Filipino shipyards. Failure could mean a return to old roles. The pressure is intense. Every system on the Brave Pioneer must work perfectly. Crews must adapt to new technology. Suppliers must deliver on time. The entire project is a chain. One weak link could break the dream. But with risk comes reward. If the Brave Pioneer passes the test, it will become a model for the world. This is the moment when Filipino engineering faces its greatest challenge. The outcome will shape not just one company, but the entire future of green shipping. The world waits for the results. Behind the Brave Pioneer stands a determined government. The Philippine administration saw the potential in green shipping and acted quickly. Special incentives, tax breaks, and training programs were rolled out to make Cebu a new hub for shipbuilding. The goal was clear: transform the local economy and create thousands of new jobs. Cebu's shipyards are now buzzing with activity. New factories rise along the coastline. Suppliers set up shop nearby, creating a network of opportunity. Skilled workers, once forced to seek jobs abroad, now find careers at home. For many families, this means stability, pride, and a brighter future. Investment is flowing in. Foreign companies see the potential and want a share of the action. The government works closely with industry leaders, making sure regulations support innovation but protect workers and the environment. This partnership is paying off. Cebu's rise is about more than ships. It is about building a new industrial future for the Philippines. The Brave Pioneer is just the first step. With each new project, Cebu moves closer to becoming a center of technology, training, and world-class manufacturing. China, Korea, and Japan are known for building ships at massive scale. Their yards are vast, their output impressive. But the Brave Pioneer shows a different way. Filipino shipbuilders focus on precision, customization, and innovation. They do not try to outpace the giants in volume. Instead, they aim for quality and creativity. This approach is winning fans. Global companies want ships that can meet strict rules on emissions, safety, and performance. They need partners who can adapt quickly, solve problems, and deliver new technology. Filipino shipyards have built a reputation for listening, learning, and delivering what customers really need. The Brave Pioneer is an example of this mindset. Every detail, from engine layout to crew training, was carefully planned. Filipino teams worked closely with international experts, blending local skill with global best practices. The result is a ship that stands out not for its size, but for its intelligence and efficiency. This strategy is paying off. While other countries focus on building more, the Philippines is building better. The Brave Pioneer's success could inspire more companies to choose Cebu for their most demanding projects. Precision and innovation are now the new face of Filipino shipbuilding. The Brave Pioneer is more than a one-off success. It is proof that Filipino engineers and workers can deliver world-class results. For decades, the Philippines was seen as the world's crew, hard-working, reliable, but rarely in charge. The Brave Pioneer changes that story. It shows that Filipinos can design, build, and lead. The ship's journey inspires a new generation. Students in Cebu and Manila dream of careers in engineering and science. Shipyards invest in training, research, and local talent. The message is clear. The Philippines can compete with the best, not just follow. This new capability is attracting attention. Investors, industry groups, and foreign governments want to learn more. They see the Philippines as a rising center for innovation, not just cheap labor. The Brave Pioneer is a signal to the world. This country is ready to lead, but it is also a challenge. To keep this momentum, the Philippines must keep investing in education, infrastructure, and research. The Brave Pioneer is not the end. It is the beginning of a new era. The Brave Pioneer's voyage is just the start. For the Philippines to stay ahead, it must build a whole ecosystem around shipping. This means developing local suppliers, supporting research, and keeping top talent at home. It also means building more green ships and setting new standards for the world. The challenge is real. Other countries will try to catch up. Companies will look for the next big thing. The Philippines must be ready to adapt, innovate, and lead. The Brave Pioneer has shown what is possible. Now, the hard work begins to make it the norm, not the exception. The world is watching. Investors, shipping giants, and governments are eager to see what comes next. Will the Philippines become a leader in green shipping, or will it slip back into old roles? The answer depends on what happens in the next few years. One thing is clear, the Philippines is no longer just the world's crew. With ships like the Brave Pioneer, it is on course to be a leader, a pioneer, and a force for good in global trade. This is only the beginning of a bigger, brighter story.